So, it looks like we're going to have to start doing some video editing. Yuck. Gross. I don't want to. Mostly to just cut out me turning the camera on and off. Like, nothing serious. Yeah. So, we're going to do some time travel today. This post, of course, is for today. So if you'd like to hear what I've got in my haul, an art haul to be exact, then stay tuned. I am the resident witch and creatrix, Aradia Noir of Aradia's Hand Danaeus Divine, where I create myth, magic, and meaning for your everyday life through art, intuition, and energy work. And on Tuesdays, I like to do my haul videos. Sometimes I do tea. Sometimes I will post how-tos. If you have seen anything on my YouTube, I have like a bunch of very short tutorials about, you know, simple things about how to do things. But right now, the bulk of it is hauls. And the reason is I'm always getting stuff for my business. I don't usually buy stuff for myself, but when it comes to my work, I'm like, ooh, shiny. I like that. So there you go. Now, this queue has been like rehashed and pushed forward, and there have been like several months where there was just no content on this particular day in this particular arena. And most of that is because mental health is, you know, something I have to deal with, and sometimes I just don't have the spoons. I don't. And if I don't already have myself set up for things, it is a lot harder to get things done. And so in the interest of that, part of why we are doing what we're doing now is to make that easier. So the fun thing is, and just a little hint, I have got content planned up to I think the middle of May for this prompt already, and I've got probably at least that for the Stash Cast, which is our Sunday post. So just heads up, that's a thing. Yay! But yeah. So it's really fun. It's really fun to try and do this when I can't see my screen very well. I know I'm not. Blah, blah, blah. Don't look off camera. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta do what I gotta do. So, okay. If you're ready, here we go. And, okay, one more thing. The other reason I do these hauls is because I want to share things that I've got with for my work with you, but also maybe there's something that I bought that you've been thinking about, that you've been considering, that you weren't sure about, and you didn't know what to do with, or you saw something, you're like, what's that? Or something like that. So this is also a way to kind of answer some questions and give out information, because the thing with it is, all communities have people who are really, really helpful and want to, and will help anybody, and then people who don't want to help anybody and want to, you know, hoard all their secrets like dragons and gold. And look, you do you, right? Whichever you are, or somewhere in between, that's fine. I choose to sit in the middle. There are things that are like deeply personal practices that are enmeshed in what I do that I don't share. But a lot of the stuff that I get, I've had to find. And so I'm going to make it easier for somebody else to find it too. Because I would have appreciated that. So, a little pay it forward, if you will, with the knowledge. And I'm really good at vetting information for the most part. And if you are not good at that, or you're new to something, it's hard to do that. So, as you can see, that's kind of what my brain looks like right now. Yeah, but yeah. So, all right, now we're ready. Okay. So here's the thing. I went to Walmart, cringe, for one thing. That is not what I came home with. Actually, in fact, more to the point, I didn't even come home with the thing I went to Walmart to get. So, the aside for that is, I have a bunch of remnants of yarn. So, you know, the not a full skein, right? But I think have one where I can reach it. Ooh. But something like this. Okay, not very big, not a whole lot. You know, definitely enough to do something with, but not really enough to do a whole lot with. And then, you know, weird weights that, like, I have, I think, technically no lace weight, but I have a bunch of thread, and thread gets thrown in with the lace weight unless it's like sewing thread. So there's that. Yeah, all the bobbin lace thread, tatting thread, that can get thrown in there. And then obviously the crochet thread, as it's called, which you can use all of those threads like interchangeably pretty much. Although a lot of the bobbin lace I've seen is very fine threads, but I've also seen it done with much bigger threads, and that's just a you thing. So and we're probably gonna have a bobbin lace segment. In fact, so back in the day, what the hell does that mean? I haven't been doing this that long. Yes, I have. I've been doing this since I think 2018. So it's like 4 years now. Oh my god, that's weird. That's weird, people. Back in the day, you would see me do this. I would think of something and be like, oh, hey, you should write that down so you don't forget it. And that's what we're doing right now. I'm going to yell at myself too, all caps. So, okay, so there we go. Yeah, we're going to do a bobbin lace segment because I actually have like a reasonable amount of bobbin lace tools now at this point. And that's like my decision to do segments. So right now we just switched over to like a small steel hook segment. They've got needle felting and just tatting, needle and shuttle coming up. And that's because I have a bunch of stuff. So after I've had several hauls for things, they'll turn into stash casts after I've got like a nice little accumulation of things. So it's kind of how that works. But I went there for boxes. I'm like, I want some clear boxes, like about the size of a shoebox. I wanted them clear so I could see inside, and I would just label them with, you know, permanent marker or some painter's tape and it written on there what the size was, and I could put all of my small like remnants in there. Because while I do have, where is it? While I do have this, as you can see, it's filling up, right? And so what's going to happen is, and these are really, really small amounts, like this blue one right here, that one's probably the largest amount in there. So like for really small amounts, that's fine. But like half of this, I don't want to put in there, right? So there's that, which is just a thing. Now when I got there, and I'm guessing this is because school was starting, when I got there, the aisle that it would have been in was damn near empty. And the next aisle over was also mostly empty. And the only things left were those giant, like, I don't even know how many gallons or quarts they are, but the really big ones that are like, and I don't need those. I've got a bunch actually in my storage unit. I don't need those. I need little ones, and I wanted them to be able to stack. And I found, you know, 10 for 10, which was a reasonable investment for something that I may not use a whole lot of and may not use for a long time. So that seemed reasonable. Now I got there, I couldn't find it, and I don't know why I was surprised, but I shouldn't have been. I do believe, given how much traffic was I had to get through. So there's that. So that was a fail. Now, in the interest of not wasting gas, because it's still higher than I'd like it to be, I decided to walk around the store. That was a mistake. I mean, I got cool stuff now, but that was perhaps an unwise choice. But I have stuff now. I got loot. I went raiding. Yeah. So without further ado, what we've got. All right. This is like at the biscuits. This is at the end. These started it. It's their fault. It's their fault. I'm probably gonna send this to wife. You know why it's their fault? Because pens. I'm supposed to be on a pen moratorium. You see how well that's working. It's not. It's freaking not. So. Biscuits. All right. First up, yardstick. The funny thing about this is I had a yardstick, and then I snapped it. It was wood, and so now I have a half yardstick, which just seems weird. And yardsticks are handy, and I have not had a yardstick in forever. And I decided that the next yardstick I got, this bad boy needed to be metal, because while I can absolutely break this, if I laid this on the floor for some reason and I step on it, it's not going to snap in half. Whereas that could absolutely happen with the wooden one. Not to mention splinters. So, I'm really excited. It also has it measured out an 1/8 yard, 1/4, 3/8, which was neat. It's got centimeters and then inches. And I mean, can you go wrong with this though? Because I don't think that you can. And then it's got it labeled 16ths and 8ths, and just, you know, that's great. This is for you. And it's black. So it matches everything. So I'm excited. Yay, yardstick. Why am I so excited about a yardstick? My life is sad. That's why. That's the reason. So, that was awesome. Way too much excitement about something that measures things. That sounds sus. All right. Beep. Okay. Next up, and I'm trying to put these in some semblance of order. So, and this is funny. This is actually ironic because I was talking to Frend last night, and I was like, we were actually discussing the finer points of my weird way of accounting for things in my work. Like I don't have an inventory of the tools I have or the materials I use. And part of that is because I don't keep materials on hand, right? Like I have this because I just bought this. This has a purpose. Like it's gonna become something. Something for me because it's teal and I love it. Yay. But yeah, like you wouldn't think that I'm a minimalist. You wouldn't think that. But that's mental illness. That's what that is. That is my ADHD and my anxiety and my depression getting into a cat fight. And I'm just over the corner like, can you guys keep it down? I'm tired. So, yeah. And also that's project, so the polka dot bag and then the jeans on top of it. Yes, that's the mending project that I've been working on during the week, during my project time. That's what that is. So yeah. But I digress. While I don't buy stuff for my work often, and my haul queue seems to be trying to make me a liar, what I do is I will usually look into something, learn a bit about it, and see what I need to get started. And then, is this accessible? Like, can I get all this stuff like right now and like have enough to really get started? When the answer to that is no, I will put it off. I was like, you know what? You can't do that right now. You don't have everything you need. And so if you get stuff that you get half the project, right, half the tools, it's not gonna work out. But then I saw this, and I had to, like, I couldn't keep. Oh no, I don't know what just happened. So this is Boye's punch needle set, and like your girl loves sets. I love groups of things. So it's got 3 sizes, which are 1.2, 1.6, and 2.2 milliliters. And then, of course, the flimsiest needle threader on the planet. I'm sure it won't get a whole lot of uses. But punch needle is a type of embroidery where you literally are like stabbing something. And that's the thing. And I've been meaning to get into it. I don't know where I saw it. Somewhere on the internet. You know, that's where I see everything, because I'm a cave lizard and I don't leave my house. Yeah, unless I'm forced to, like work or food. So yes, that's a thing. But I've been putting this off because I didn't want to get one and it'd be like a size that wasn't ideal. And then I'm like I'll use this eventually, but this is not what I need right now. Damn it. So when I can get a set of things, especially like a starter set, or like instead of buying them individually, I've got options, I'm about it. Also, I love Boye. Boye is like one of my favorite brands. I should write that down too. Hold, please. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Because ideas. Ta-da! Okay. Yay! So excited! So. Meow! I had to. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I actually saw an advertisement for Domestika on YouTube, because I will watch YouTube late at night to go to sleep, because I'm weird. I know I'm not the only one. Just y'all be quiet, okay? Just don't do that. But you know, obviously they were listening closely, because I have been talking about drawing and like looking into drawing tutorials and stuff like that, and whatnot. And oh, you doing a big stretch? Was that a big stretch? Yeah, dog's weird. She's been having a rough weekend. So, and it's not, the week is, so, I went over to Domestika. It was for a drawing class. Suri Kim is her name, and we will probably at some point do a, lay down. I'm being weird. Lay down. Biscuits. I would tell her to get, and we'll lay down on the BED. But if I do, she's going to step on the random things that I have littered across it right now. And I don't want that to happen. Yes. My dog has a decent vocabulary, so I have to spell things, because she doesn't know how to spell yet. Oh yeah. So, and this is like how I get fodder. Like, just aside, because it's on my mind and I'm thinking about it. Anybody wanting to know, like, how I come up with this stuff, I just randomly have thoughts. Like, I don't have control of them, you know. Benefit and issue with pervasive thoughts and being over analytical and just thinking all the time. Not that we don't all think all the time, but like I think really loudly all the time, and it's like a bunch of people talking and a TV's on and there's a radio that's like going in and out. It's a lot. Yeah, but I saw it, and I went over to Domestika, and then somehow I saw a punch needle class, and I was like, damn it. So then that launched this huge thing where I now have like a giant wish list of classes on Domestika that I want. And I did end up getting the drawing class, because drawing is something I want to do. It's something I think I'm gonna like leave it for myself for quite a long while, because I don't have a lot of artwork that's for me. I like sewing, making socks, specifically socks, calligraphy, drawing, and when I get into cosplay, because I think that's gonna happen. Those are gonna be like mostly for me. Like I'll share with other people, but like as far as doing things for people, probably not. So I saw that, and that just kind of pushed me over the edge. So when I saw this, it was over. Now, what's in this? Let's see. It says things. Does it? Okay. There's a flower pattern and tool instructions included, and these 3 tools, and that's it. So one thing is, I'm gonna have to get a box to put all my punch needle stuff in, because these things are delicate and I don't want them to go smash. So another thing I have to buy. Good job. Good job. Although I might have like an idea that'll temporarily work, because I have something that's sitting on my bed that's looking at me like, I could be for that. I'm like, you could be for that. So this is great. I'm excited. Obviously, I haven't taken it out of the freaking box yet. So we'll let you know how that goes. You will probably see this on a project time. Maybe not on Thursday's project time, but on the more often ones over on Twitch. Yeah, which if you want to see my Twitch and see me work on stuff, or like play games and like talk about the most random things, whatever pops in my head, which is usually whatever happened during the day, and then like various abstract thoughts about it. Then you can go over there. It's down there. So this is exciting. This is exciting. I can't do anything with this yet, but I'm pretty sure that I have a bunch of stuff that I can use for this, because the bigger one wants pearl cotton. I have a ridiculous amount of that, by the way. The next one has there's number 3, number 5. I don't know which one I have. And then I've got a bunch of embroidery floss. So I think I can manage. The real thing I need is it's gonna be the fabric. That's gonna be the thing. I tried to solve that. I don't think I did. So that was a lot about like one thing. Like what? All right. So next up is these. These are okay. Look, they're safety pins. Okay, that's what we're calling them. They're safety pins. That's it. They're gold. That's what caught my eye. They're actually brass, but like they're the color of gold, right? And it says quilter's basting pins, which is funny because that's exactly how I use my safety pins. And if you've seen me do any work on this right here, you've seen me use them. I actually have, is it there? I think it might be there. I have a compartment that I got from AC Moore before they like shut down, and it has a bunch of different sizes. And I got the different sizes because I love sets of things. Did we forget? I didn't forget. And yeah, so these are probably gonna go in with my mending kit. And are we gonna have to do like a mending segment? I think we are. I think that's gonna have to happen. Let's make a note. Make a note. We've got like 5 minutes already. I put a question mark next to it, like I was not gonna do that. I'm totally gonna do that. Why I didn't think about that before, I don't know. But this is exactly how my brain works and the things. So I got them because they were gold, honestly. I saw them and I was like, ooh. Because most of the safety pins you see are silver. Do I have one on my desk? I thought I did, but I don't know where it is. Yeah. So. Yeah. I'm gonna find places for these things. Next up. Ooh. Is it right? I can't see. Okay, so I already have some repair needles, but one, I love Singer. That's another like favorite brand of mine. Like my first sewing machine was a Singer, and like I try to keep everything Singer when I can, because yeah. Now some people like don't like it, right? Some people like Brother better, or there's a German one that I think starts with an H. or maybe it's a G. I don't know. But those are also like workhorse machines. Like my sewing teacher, like swears by hers, I guess. But it was the pouch. That's what did it. It was the pouch. Now the thing with it is that I'm pretty sure that I have all of these needles. I've got a canvas, carpet, leather, sacks, sailcloth, upholstery, and 2 upholstery needles. Now I'll have to figure out which one is which. Oh, are they numbered? I think they're numbered. So 6 and 7 are for upholstery. They're curved. What is the sailcloth is number 5. I've seen this before. It's like a flat end to it. It's strange. Now I know. 4 is a sack. Like a flour sack? Is that what we're talking about? And then I don't know where 2 is. I see 1 and I see 3. Canvas, I guess, is supposed to be 1, and carpet is 2, which where is it? Oh, I think I found it. It's like over here on the side. But it's got a storage pouch. Now here's the thing. It's gonna go live with my mending stuff. And funny thing that you should ask, said nobody asked. Nobody. Not a single person. I already have a bunch of repair needles. Probably almost these exact ones. Just different brand. But this has a pouch. Oh, I see the 2 now. Okay, I see the 2. So yeah. It's the sets of things. That's what gets me. The sets of things. Every time. Naturally, we had the gold ones, so when I saw the black ones, I needed those too. Are these about the same? Yes, they're both 2 inches. My little goth heart saw these and was like, clearly you need safety pins. Now, these might get used with lighter fabric because they'll stick out more and be easier to see. But these might just get used on random things because I like them. So there's that too. So I don't know where these are gonna go. I'm not sure. Like, I might put them in my sewing stuff, which is it's over there. But we're not sure. Oh my gosh, am I gonna have a sewing? Oh my god, I'm gonna have a sewing segment. I have so many funny stories about that too. Like, and these segments. The thing about my segments, right? It's called a segment because it's a series of things. It's actually, so series would probably be better. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'll use whatever words I want to. Make weird faces while I'm typing. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we are. Oh, I didn't go up far enough. Okay, that's why. I was like, where am I? So, after that, a tracing wheel. These are handy if you are going to put something. There's a specific type of paper that basically has chalk on one side, and you would use this to like trace out the design so the chalk would transfer it to the design, which is a thing, and it's purple, so I love it. But I've been meaning to get one. Now, this is by Dritz. Dritz is a decent company. I have a bunch of stuff from them because they make sewing stuff. Like, they make the chances of you having something and like having something by Dritz or Singer or some of these other companies is, I mean, it's reasonably likely because they've been around for so long and they make all the things. But this is definitely going to go in my sewing stuff. I need the paper that goes with it, which I don't even remember what it's called, but I know that a Google search will help me. So we're good. We're so good. After that, obviously we need the tailor's chalk. I don't have any tailor's chalk. I haven't ever had any tailor's chalk, and while I have some chalk, we're having a time. I don't have any of this, and I'm really excited because it's great for marking things. And I've got blue and white. My Choco pens come in blue, white, and yellow. I think I use like yellow like a lot. So I think it's like the easiest for me to see. But I've been needing tailor's chalk, so it's just about damn time that I got this. And that's obviously going to go with my sewing stuff. So, now this was just... Why don't you have one of these? I don't know. Well, I do now. This is a pin magnet. That's it. It's purple. That kind of sold it for me. I was like, ooh, what's this? And the thing with it is that when like you're losing pins or you spill a box of pins, this thing's your friend. And also, you're probably much less likely to stab yourself reaching for this and like taking a pin off of it than you are reaching in a box of pins. Don't ask me how I know. Ouch. So this, again, sewing Notion. I guess it's a Notion. But I'm excited. Now I do technically have a magnet in my sewing stuff, but it's a hand-me-down from somebody I'm no longer speaking to and never want to speak to again. And so every time I see it, I remember that person and I'm like, yeah, I'm not loving this. Now, okay, this was out. This is just extra, right? This is just an awl. Now, I technically have something that looks like an awl, but I did not have a proper awl. And bookbinding is something that I do. So bookbinding, I guess, kind of also counts as like a hobby-ish for me. It's probably eventually going to make its way into my work. It just hasn't yet, because I haven't done a whole lot of it. But I do love bookbinding, and this bad boy is super, super helpful. I don't even know where my other one is. And the other one, I don't know that it's an awl. It just works like one. So why not? Yeah. Oh, more ideas. And I have to, I'm not sorry. I have to write these down when I think of them. I think you can guess what I wrote down. I'm not telling you though. So, wow. What's left? Now, the culprits, the pens. I'm supposed to be on pen moratorium, okay? Like, honest facts. But I couldn't help it. Because I've used these pens for work. I got this set that was black, blue, red, and green. And they were good enough to use. And I liked them, so I kept them. And these are going to be for my use. So this is just like a personal item. So when I make myself notes, these are going to be the pens that I use like to denote that this is a personal note versus like a work note. With the exception of the black and the purple, like those might get taken out of the rotation really quickly, but like the rest of the colors, I'm absolutely not using those on a regular basis. So like the black and the purple will probably just go off to the side, because technically I think I have a spare blue, maybe a spare black of these already from the last one I got, because I didn't have a green one. So I think it was 2 blacks, a red, and a blue. So I'm excited to use these because I love pens, and I just want to see like what's the color look like on the paper, right? Like, let's see. So all right, we're almost done. How is this? Biscuits. Can't see. Oh my gosh. Okay. I technically don't know what this is for. I do, because it says on the box what it's for. but I've not had a use for this, which is why I didn't own one. But it's a sewing awl, which funny. So I don't have my tambour with me, but it looks kind of like it's like a cross between a punch needle and an awl. And I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited to use this. And this is like leather, was it leather goods, saddlery, I didn't know that was a word, and tack, canvas tarps, climbing and camping gear, and athletic equipment. And it says a lock stitch. And I'm pretty sure that's what you're doing with tambour. I don't know about punch needle because I have like looked into the tools and materials that I need and less into the technique because I didn't have them and it would have been out of context. Yeah. But the funny thing about this is this lock stitch is similar to what a sewing machine sews. I'm really excited about this. I love obscure textile tools, like things that you don't hear about every day. Not like, I'm sure if you do leather work, especially if you do it by hand, or you have to repair, you know, your tack because you have horses, or boat stuff, I'm sure that you may have seen this, but I don't do those things. So, although I would get into, I would totally be down with some leather goods. But, yeah, I'm really excited. So, two more things. The other thing I needed when I went out, I figured I was going to get it from Michael's. And I did go to Michael's after this. But it just so happened that I found it at Walmart. And so I was like, well, I have found it. And I've been to Michael's like several times looking for this. Because this is just like a popular item. It's very inexpensive. But I have a ridiculous amount of them. In fact, there's one sitting like right under this. It's one of these. It's an organizer. So what's in here, though? Let's see if I can carefully tip this and like not. So it is all my hexes that I've been punching out of paper, and they're arranged in like color order because one of the things that I want to get into, one of those projects cooking up in the back of my head, is some mosaics, and that's gonna be helpful. So yay, hooray. Now, facts. This is the last thing. This is not for me. This is, it's on the ticket. Like it got bought. But you know, brief little story time. So my love language is giving gifts or gift giving, and usually I think some people think of that and they think something ostentatious and flamboyant and expensive, and no, like you see, you know, I like pens and you buy me pens, right? That kind of thing. For me, the point is that you knew me well enough to know, like without a shadow of doubt, that I would like this, and you thought of me. And you thought of me without me calling you or texting you, reminding you, or stuff like that. And that matters to me a lot. Not to be sappy. But I regularly give friends gifts because I have been single for too long, and I am I pretty much have about given up. Like, I've got one final, like, glimmer of hope. But I'm also delusional sometimes, so you know, there's that. Yay! But anybody who's been close friends with me, you have probably I have bought you something. That's happened. I've done it for mostly for Frend, and it's usually coffee cups and tumblers. Because they are a coffee person, and they like tea sometimes, but they're a coffee person, and I love tea, and I'm a sometimes coffee person, but like by sometimes I mean, can I just not have this? That'd be great. So yes, they're also a book person, and hey, Sunday with Book Bag, right. I hope you enjoyed it. I was really excited. I saw this. So I have read part of the series, and by read part of the series, I mean I listened to it on audio while I was working at Amazon, and some other places. And I don't hate this series. I don't love it. I don't know if it's compelling enough for me to want to take the time to physically read it, because while I'm probably reading it as slowly as it's being read to me, because I read, like, I have it set at a normal pace, I don't speed up the, it feels like more effort is being put into physically reading, because I can listen to something and do something else. I'm not doing anything else when I'm reading. Like, that's the one time I am single tasking. Like, I might be snacking, but I probably still am not doing that consistently, because I'm too busy and too engrossed in my fictional world that I'm hanging out in to want to do anything else, like, much less come up for air. So it's hardback, not my thing. I hate hardbacks. So, like, if for some reason you want to buy me a book, you'll notice all of my books on my Amazon wishlist are paperbacks. I don't like hardbacks. If I have hardbacks, it's because the book is special. That's the only way I could get it. Or it's like a set, and so it's like that thing is like me and the sets today. So this, and here's the thing, I'm on the phone with Frend while I'm in the store, and I say to them, hey, do you have Soul Taken? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, you do now. So, like, I'm not even like trying to surprise people necessarily, like with something like this where I wouldn't want to buy something for you that you already had. I'm absolutely gonna like take the time to make sure, because duh. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna see Frend in the next couple of weeks, and I will be able to gingerly hand this over, because I can't do a lot for people, but I can do these little things like this. And I know she loves this author, or she likes it enough to talk about it a lot and to have put money into the series herself. So there's that. So all of that. Like I said, my original reason was to get storage. Now, I won't call it a complete fail, because we did get this, and I have been needing the storage, and that cleaned up some of my coffee table, because I had a project just sitting there, like, waiting to be done, and that has now, like, I've accomplished something, and that's freaking great, and hooray. So there's that. But that's not what I went to the store for. Now, did I buy anything completely useless that I'm never going to use? Oh no, absolutely not. Like, all this stuff is going to get used heavily even. But it's just funny. It's just funny. So there's that. Now, as far as what I'm going to do with it, I don't know when I'm going to have a spare minute to get into Punch Needle, because I think there's a few things else that I need, which we'll talk about more about that. I don't think it's next week. No, it's not next week. It is week after next, because next week is Tea Tuesday. So, but week after next, you'll get to see the rest of that day's haul from another store. And spoiler, there might be some things, like some of the things I bought in there, but I digress. I think that I think the fabric is the thing, like that's the thing I need to like I have thread or yarn that I can use. I have hoops that I can put the fabric in. I have the needle, like, itself, and so it's just the fabric. Like, I have something, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing. And I'm not, like, I know where to get it. Like, I could go up the street to Joanne and probably get this and just get like a yard of it, honestly. But I haven't even looked. Like, I don't even know how much this fabric costs. And so I got what I thought was going to work, and I'm thinking that wasn't true. And so probably going to return it, because so there's that. Yeah. Now, I've been dying to do these been dying to do punch needle. So I'm probably going to get to it sooner than later. I'll get to it sooner than probably me bookbinding anytime soon, because I don't have any projects right now. There's still a lot that I'd like to learn in that, and I've got a bunch of resources, and then I've got some mixed media stuff that I'd like to do with it. So like the binding part isn't really a big deal. It's like the other stuff that I want to combine with it like later that is I guess holding me up, or like making me pause. So there's that. It's so fun to read things without your glasses. Yeah, so all of these sewing tools, with the exception of these safety pins, because the safety pins don't get used for sewing, they get used for mending, so those are all going to go in there. And now that all that's happened, I'm thinking that my mending box, the little thing that I have all my tools in, may be too small, and I may have to upgrade to a different tin for some of my stuff, which is, I'm sure I have one somewhere around here. I know for a fact I have two in my house. Like, I can see them visually. Because everybody's got this damn fake Danish cookies, right? I think I've got one that's got Norman Rockwell on it. And that one's still here, but that's got like the weirdest shit in it. Like, it's like a craft junk? Is a junk drawer a drunk drawer? I think so. I'm gonna have to tell Frend now. Frend's probably just gonna be like, really? And I'm like, yeah! I thought of you when I thought, because we like to mess up words. And I like to commit. So if I mess up a word, we're just gonna plow straight ahead. Fuck it. Make it look like it's on purpose. If you act convincingly enough, will anybody know? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. Now like I said, most of the time I try to do these hauls really close to when I get the stuff, so I usually haven't had time to do anything with it. But literally the moment I got home, I was on this because I needed my coffee table back, and this was gonna make me get my coffee table back. Now, it also was like helping me get through a bunch of paper that I had just kind of stashed away so that I could scavenge through it for like cool colors and like designs and patterns, and so that's done. And then it also satisfied like my hyper focus and need for organization yesterday. So yeah, great, awesome. Yes. So if you want to see pictures of all these things and like get a good gander at them, you can go and scroll into the post below. If for some reason you are watching this on YouTube, hit the link at the top and it'll send you over there. So there you go. Beans. Yeah, I think that's everything. So my question for you is, what is the last thing that you got for your like creative work? You know, was it a tool? Was it a material? Was it something you already had? Was it like a better version of something? I'd love to know. You can comment below. I do read all the comments and, you know, reply where it makes sense, because like I don't reply to like everything. Like sometimes it just doesn't need a reply. So also below, hold on, I've got all the links to everything I've got. So here's the thing with that: if a link dies, I don't check up on all the links. That's not practical. Now, just for future reference, if you notice that a link has died, you are more than welcome to let me know. And I will probably just remove the link and just leave like the specific search term. So if you want to find it, you can do that. But I have put all the links up for this stuff as it is right now. Will it be there in 6 months? I have no idea. Will they discontinue something? Will the store just not have something? Will it just be difficult to get? I have no idea. So that's just something for you to consider. Yeah, so there's that. Also links below my website's Aradia's Hand and Danae's Divine, as well as my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I like to hang out the most, as well as now my YouTube channels. And I'm thinking about putting my personal one in there, but I'm also thinking about not, because I like to have really clear delineations between like my personal life and like my work, right? Because work me has always got it together and is professional, and you know, it messes up, but like is relatively competent. Personal me, maybe not so much. Maybe a trash fire or train wreck. I don't know. Maybe dumpster fire. So, and you know, the personal stuff is just me. Honestly, it's just me dicking around. Right? That's what it is. It's not serious. And I don't know that I want to heavily relate to that. Now, what I might do is I might do it the other way around, where I say, hey, look, if you want to see like seriously what I do, here's where you can find it. Still haven't done that at all. So that's just me. But I have been saying, yeah, giving the spiel every time I do my videos when I can remember, because sometimes I don't remember, and then I'm like, damn. Oh well. I've gotten back into using Facebook and Twitter. I have, before everybody else took like a break, I just don't use Facebook a lot. Like I use it, but I don't use it a lot. Like I use Messenger more than anything else, and I don't need to go on the website to use that, and so I don't. I don't have much in the way of family, so I'm not checking up on them. And any friends that I like seriously want to know what's going on in your life, I'll just call you and ask, because I'm old school like that. So there's that. Woohoo! So I am starting to use it, but when I use it for work. So I'm like, mostly actually what it's been is promoting these posts, because I really would like to grow the community here, and that would be an awesome thing. I'd love your help with that. So on that note, if you know anybody who would like this content or content like that, or any of the other content I put out, go ahead and share the link with them. Let them know that I may be a trash, maybe a train wreck, but I'm funny. Sort of. I'm having a good hair. We're having a good hair day. Honestly, this is why these videos are getting done. I have needed to do videos for the last week and a half, but was having not great hair. I have awesome hair today. It's flat, but it looks nice, and opportune moment. So I'm like, I guess I know who's making videos all day today. Me. So yeah. Announcement. Because you stayed to the end of this video, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's the Bujo setup. So it just so happens that I have all of next quarter set up. So I think I'll actually be able to do this, which I haven't been able to do one of these in a really long time, because my stuff is just usually not ready, and I'm like, shit, I can't do this. And so I'm going to be able to do that, and it's going to be awesome. Because I'm probably going to try and record it today instead of trying to do it tomorrow. I don't know. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. I'm like Ramona Flowers, subject to change my mind without notice at any random given time. But if you want to know how I set my planner up, and you know how I use my planner, because I have several systems that I've kind of together, you can head over there and watch it. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure at all, actually. We're gonna look at something. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so I'm gonna just like look this shit up. Okay, yes. So my Bujo setup is patrons only. So if you'd like to see it, yeah, this is my studio share. The Bujo setup, the Ask Me Anything, Sunday with Boye, Tea Tuesday, and my Kalen's cast, like all of those, my specifically monthly only stuff. I also do the Sabbath cast, the Celtic cast, and the Lunar cast with new and full moon. All of that stuff is patron only. So if you're interested in applying astrology and metaphysics to your art and like kind of trying to channel things into your creative process, which is something I do a lot, or you want to know like the finer points and maybe get some tips and tricks like very specific to like processes that you might be trying to engage in as far as organization and how that affects creativity and stuff like that, then that would be the place I would recommend you to be. Your choice, do what you want. Just saying. I'm just saying. And I'm saying because I'm super bad at telling people things because I don't. I have childhood wounds. They haven't healed yet. It's terrible. So, I think that's everything. Now, to wrap this up, I want to thank you for being here. I know that this is one of my posts that's just up and out there for anybody to see. But you're here and you watched it and you watched some of it and maybe you commented, maybe you liked it, maybe you shared it with a friend, maybe you snickered because it made you laugh. Maybe you were like, no, I got that. Like, I totally feel that. Who knows? I don't know. But hopefully it has touched your life in some way and made your day a little better, a little more pleasant. Because I think we need that stuff, especially with just the nightmare scape. Like, who opened the lamentation configuration? Like, who? Who fucking did it? Who did it? Damn it. That's a shout out to, like, somebody who's probably never going to see this. And would appreciate it, nonetheless. But, like, nobody's going to watch an hour video of my ass just, like, being weird. Like, nobody's going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I had to watch a 20-minute video of myself because I was looking for something. Just like, is this the thing that I said the thing in? And it was uncomfortable because I am not one of those people who wants to hear themselves talk. I don't. So it's weird. Super weird. But, if you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe and consider heading over with that link at the top over to Patreon, and you can also join me there. And that's everything. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow for our Bujo setup. Toodles!